Granola makes for a very healthy breakfast, right? Well, no. It used to. That's before all the manufacturers got into it and had Granola Wars. Yes, there was an actual thing called the Granola Wars. It happened in the 1970s. These so-called wars happened when General Mills and Quaker Oats got on the granola wagon and started competing against each other for sales of granola. Their weapons were sugars and unhealthy fats, along with a lot of other additives that we don't need. And what's more, they're not healthy. Before granola became popular in the US, I learned about muesli when I lived in Germany. Muesli was wonderful. It didn't have sugar in it, and it had a lot of fruits and nuts.
But that wasn't good enough for sugar-seeking Americans.
I'll bet you didn't know that granola was made popular when it was served to thousands of attendees, 400,000 exactly, that were at Woodstock Music Festival. Yes, a lot of hippies were there, and they all went crazy over granola. Is that what? No, I don't think that had anything to do with their behavior. But granola did get a really big push there at Woodstock. But it did start there, and ever since then, granola has been sort of like a poker game. One sets a certain sugar level, and the other one says, well, I'm going to raise you on that. Then the other one counters with a higher level of sugar, and pretty soon, we've got just what America wants. A bowl full of sugar
for breakfast. So what does research have to say about the harmful ingredients in granola regarding the ever-increasing amounts of sugar that manufacturers continue to add to it? On an average, Americans consume more than double the amount of the limits put forth by the American Heart Association. Many manufacturers of granola process their product with unhealthy fats. Some of the granolas on the market include BHT, a harmful preservative. And if they don't have a preservative, the product is likely to go rancid, and that could possibly cause inflammation to an organ inside the body. So listen up. Chemically engineered food that comes in a box is one of the main reasons why America is the sickest of all nations all over the world. Always read the ingredients on the back of the package. If sugar is one of the first 3 ingredients, put it back. If it doesn't list sugar at all, then you know it's got artificial sugar in it, and that's not good either. All of those circled ingredients are sugars, and the starches that are listed turn into sugars. Okay, stop. Enough of that unhealthy information. Granola can be really very healthy for you. Now let me show you how to make the most delicious granola you've ever tasted. You can adjust these ingredients to your individual liking or your health needs. Separate an egg into a little bowl, then whip the egg whites just a bit. An egg white will add super protein to your granola. Well, not so much, but it's better than a chemical. Even though maple syrup is very similar to sugar, you can add as much or as little as you like. Now the egg white and the maple syrup are together in a big bowl. Add the olive oil. It won't taste like olive oil when you finish. Coconut oil is okay to use too. Just don't use cooking oil. Add 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. You don't have to add sugar at all, but this isn't as much as they add to the ones that come in the box. You can add a pinch to a half teaspoon of salt, depending on what your salt needs are. A pure extract of almond or vanilla will add a lot of flavor to your granola. Whisk that all together very well, and then we'll go on to the next step. Time for the oats. You can add 3 cups of oats or 2 cups and then fill in with some ancient grains. You may have to look around for unsweetened coconut flakes or the wide, long kind. I found these at a local store that's similar to Whole Foods Market. I'm not fond of raw coconut, but when it's toasted in granola, it's very yummy. Now add 1.5 cups of any kind of nuts and seeds that you want. Switch is up between the batches of granola that you make. This time I'm using sesame seeds, macadamia nuts. They provide a lot of crunch. Hazelnuts. I use them whole, of course. And who doesn't like pecans? They are a wonderful nut. Leave nuts whole because if you like them and other families don't, they can be easily picked out. This might be a good time to preheat your oven. It will be easier cleanup if you cover a baking sheet with parchment paper, but that's totally not necessary. Cleanup is easy without it. Spread the oat mixture onto your baking sheet. If you want to spread out more and not have it too clumpy, use another sheet. By the way, this mixing bowl is gigantic. You really don't need one that large. I'm not fond of clumps that are too large, so I spread them out to 2 baking sheets. Bake for about 40 minutes or until golden brown. Don't let them burn. It's a good idea to turn the pans around after 20 minutes for even baking. Transfer this crunchy deliciousness to an airtight container. If you're not going to eat it right away, then it's best to keep it in the refrigerator so it'll stay fresh. I had an Airbnb guest tell me that this is the best granola she's ever had in her life. I've included the recipe for you in the description below. Be sure to catch all my other videos about the dangers of ultra-processed foods. But it's not just getting rid of something. Replace it with my recipes that are delicious and easy to make. And don't forget to support the Toss the Box campaign by subscribing.